When you look at the MLB landscape of today, you'll find that there's been a massive flux in the talent levels and faces trotting around the lawns. This started when Mike Trout took the stage in LA and took the entire MLB by storm with his 5-tool abilities and superhuman feats. As of 2023, the mortal version of the Angels center fielder has been bogged down with injuries, which left the door open for the next wave of outfielders to make a name for themselves. Let's start out in the NL East, where the Braves have an outfielder in Ronald Acuna Jr. that's been explosive on the base paths and a dangerous hitter at the plate. Currently, as number 13 and playing right field for Atlanta, he holds an over .330 batting average, which is second best in the majors this season. He's also stolen over 64 bases, the most in both divisions. And to add on to those already impressive stats, he's nearly perfect on defense with a .981 fielding percentage, while only committing a handful of errors. To the north of Atlanta, in the nation's capital, we find a 5-year vet that was acquired from St. Louis. Number 28, right fielder Lane Thomas, has been a pleasant payoff for the Nationals, which has seen an improvement in hits over last year, where they had 120, compared to the over 150 this season. But that's not all that improved. Their 62 runs scored in 2022 went up to 92 in 23. They got 17 home runs last year and 24 this year, and 52 RBIs last year and 77 this year. Lane Thomas's glove has also been solid, with only 3 errors committed, a fielding percentage over .990, and on top of all that, he's even got a clean inning as a pitcher under his belt. The AL East holds a bunch of teams with solid outfielders, many of which have over 100 hits on the season, but their performances don't jump out as much as the numbers from number 99, Aaron Judge, who, last year, broke the Roger Maris mark for home runs in a single season with 62. In 2023, even though injuries have snatched a few games of production from the center fielder, he still hit 31 home runs and is closing in on 100 hits. Next, we move west to the NL Central and start with number 22, left fielder Christian Yelich, who's got over 140 hits, scored around 100 runs, and has driven in over 70 RBIs. In addition, he's stolen over 25 bases and plays nearly spotless defense with no errors committed and a fielding percentage of .990. Just next door to the state of Wisconsin, in Illinois, the Chi-Town Cubbies have a talented outfield headlined by number 24, center fielder Cody Bellinger, who, since coming over from the Dodgers, has been nothing short of spectacular. He's hitting over .315 on the season with over 135 hits, 24 home runs, 84 runs scored, and 88 RBIs driven in. Splitting his time between first base and center field, he's only committed 2 errors in left, while maintaining a .989 fielding percentage. The Cubs also have another top outfielder playing in left field by the name of Ian Happ, who's got the numbers to show his success at the plate with 75 runs scored, over 120 hits, and over 70 runs driven in. His glove might be even better than his bat. He showcased his defense this season with only a single error committed and a fielding percentage of .996. Staying in the heartland of the United States, the AL Central has a few new faces making some noise. Number 38, left fielder Stephen Kwan, has been performing above expectations offensively, having over 150 hits on the season, around 20 steals, and scoring over 80 runs. But his biggest improvements have been on the other side of the ball. Defensively, he's been nearly perfect, with over 300 putouts, only 2 errors, and a fielding percentage of .994. On the south side of Chicago, where the White Sox roam, there's a power hitter in the outfield, possibly the brightest spot. Number 88, center fielder Luis Robert Jr. has been amazing. In over 500 at-bats, he's scored over 80 runs, collected over 135 hits, with 35 of those being homers, and drove in over 70 RBIs. On top of his offensive excellence, defensively, he's got a .991 fielding percentage and only 3 errors this season. Finally, we move to the West Coast, to the stacked NL West, The Los Angeles Dodgers have one of, if not the best outfielder in the league, Mookie Betts. This man has over 115 runs scored, over 160 hits, and more than 100 runs batted in. His batting average is in the top 10, his 38 homers are top 5, and his RBIs are also top 5 in the MLB. In 98 games starting in outfield, he's the first we've mentioned that doesn't have just a near perfect, but an actual perfect fielding percentage. Moving over to the desert of Arizona, there's a rookie that's making waves for the Diamondbacks and all across baseball. This is because of how well he performs on the base paths and his overall athletic ability. In 2023, Corbin Carroll has scored over 100 runs, snatched 50 bases, and gotten over 140 hits, with 50 of those being doubles and 25 home runs. He's also driven in over 70 RBIs. To point out his value to the team even further, defensively, he's logged time in at all outfield spots and has been almost perfect at all of them, committing only a single error. Overall, San Diego might have the best outfield in the MLB this year, especially because of number 22, left fielder Juan Soto, and number 23, right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr. Starting at left, Soto has been solid at the plate. In 500 at-bats, he's collected over 125 hits, resulting in over 75 runs scored, over 55 doubles, and over 85 RBIs. Defensively, he has a reliable glove with a .980 fielding percentage, but committed 6 errors. Tatis Jr. has also had over 500 plate appearances, where he's accumulated over 80 runs scored, over 130 hits, and more than 70 RBIs. He's also snagged 25 bases, but has made 6 errors, just like Soto. Shifting to the AL West, the division-leading Astros have a 26-year-old right fielder that's been a very reliable source of runs for them all season. Number 30, Kyle Tucker, has used his 500 at-bats to score over 85 runs, get in over 145 hits, over 55 doubles, and over 100 RBIs. He's got power and speed, with over 25 home runs and over 25 steals. But not being any less impressive, his glove has been nearly perfect, with a fielding percentage of .996 and only a single error. Last but not least, the hosts of the All-Star Game, Seattle, has one of the most exciting new young outfielders in the game. Number 44, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. At 22 years old, in his second campaign at the major league level, he's been able to churn out over 165 hits, over 60 doubles, over 30 home runs, and over 95 RBIs, with more than 90 runs scored himself. He's 7th place in steals with 36 of them, but still has some progress to make defensively, allowing 8 errors, yet also having a .988 fielding percentage. As you can see, the Angels in the outfield are missing Trout, but it's been fun to see the rest of the league develop talent at all 3 spots. This could allow the game to move into a new era of baseball, one that has more power and speed, but also enough arm strength to keep things interesting with a play at the plate. Thanks for watching A Cup of Baseball. See you in the next one.